I will rate One Piece characters' durability. Took multiple hits from Luffy, and stood back up even after their fight had finished. Although Luffy unleashed most of his techniques and forced Arlong back, he was mostly unfazed after each attempt and withstood them. During the whole Cake arc, she seemingly took a beating from Charlotte Gillette before being incapacitated. Withstood a number of attacks from Luffy. He also took a projectile from Wiper at point-blank range and was only slightly damaged outside of having his heart momentarily stopped. Logia dispersion also makes him very difficult to harm or kill unless circumvented. He wasn't even fazed by a massive torpedo exploding in front of him. She was seen unscathed after fighting during the Marineford War despite being present in the heart of the battlefield, where Whitebeard's commanders in Alliance clashed with the Vice Admirals. Tanks of direct hit to the face from Nightmare Luffy's pistol is then briefly incapped by a storm attack from Nightmare Luffy, but rises up minutes later. Was mostly annoyed at having his ass kicked by base Luffy. Was unaffected by Nami's Thunderbolt. Took attacks from Gear 2nd and 3rd Luffy. Could withstand hits from Frankie, though the latter was injured at the time. Gets hit by his own Muggy Ball point blank and continues to fight. Withstood attacks from Prometheus and Zeus. Given the Pacifista prototype's durability and that he took a beating from Dellinger, Macfees, and Senor Pink all at once and could continue fighting. Despite the efforts of Baby 5 and Buffalo, both of them were only capable of piercing the arm of the Shogun after countless attacks, and combining both of their destructive power. Was able to take attacks from Luffy, Sanji and Ashiratoji without showing great signs of injury. Withstood similar strikes from the Minotaur which left Luffy stunned and bleeding. She took an assault from One, and could withstand most of her attacks despite being outmatched later on. Survived a lot. Stopped an attack from Don Quixote the Flamingo intended to kill Trafalgar Law. Able to trade blows with a casual Zoro. His abilities to move his consciousness around in his stone golem body to avoid being harmed and regenerate constantly by assimilating with more stone make him very hard to kill unless circumvented. Could block attacks from Zoro and keep up a good fight for some time, but was utterly outclassed by Zoro once he used 3-sword style and Haki. Withstood attacks from various opponents during the Marineford War. Withstood several attacks from Virgo, who had proven to be stronger than Smoker in physical power. His ability to transfer damage makes it hard to hurt. Survived an encounter with Cracker and defeated Sweet Commander Snack. In zone form unharmed by Sanji's kicks. Took numerous Haki-infused punches and kicks from Virgo, and got up soon after with only superficial injuries despite Virgo also squeezing Law's heart in his hand. With Kokoku intercepted attacks from the likes of Don Quixote the Flamingo where Law's own body was completely pierced by his threads. Successfully defended against Hakuba's attacks and the shockwave produced from Elizabello Ai's charged King Punch without any sign of a scratch at very close range. Blocked a jet stamp from Luffy and took a punch to the face from him. Restricted Hakuba without feeling any strain in her arms. She was fine after taking several of Diamante's spiked iron balls to the back. In guard point survived a casual palm strike from Big Mom who could overpower Luffy's Haki with her bare hands. Took an attack from Eustace Kid, his Tonfas took attacks from a human Allosaurus hybrid form X-Drake. Survived a casual attack from Big Mom. Got through the Paramount War with only a bruise and scratch on her head despite combating against many pirates of the Whitebeard Alliance. Withstood a blow from Josu and took hits from Doflamingo off-panel. Logia dispersion also makes it difficult to harm him. stood within Fujitora's ferocious tiger and could take hits from him. Logia dispersion and regeneration also make him hard to kill unless circumvented. Capable of blocking kicks from Virgo through one of his bones cracked under the pressure. Soba mask from Germa 66 increased the overall defense of the one wearing it by adding a layer of armor. Tanked a punch from Pika's stone golem with no visible sign of injury besides a few scratches on his head, and can block attacks from Fujitora. Can block attacks from those who match him in power, can also supplement his defenses with barriers. With Big Father able to withstand several punches from Big Mom but not without damage. Withstood several blows from Gear 4th Luffy, who resorted to a stronger attack via King Kong gun to put Doflamingo down for good. Withstood a brief beating from Bound Man Luffy, but was visibly injured from the assault. Survived getting hit by enough target Kaido's Thunder Bagua with minimal injury. Got through the Paramount War without a scratch to show for it despite clashing with several of Whitebeard's commanders. Could take shockwaves from Sengoku and fought against Marco. Capable of blocking an attack from Akainu, and held his own against him on more than 2 separate occasions. Him with one hand. Should be about as durable as Whitebeard and could block attacks from. Capone Beak stated that Big Mom simply does not get hurt no matter what despite being in numerous fights. She tanked an attack from Jinbei with no implication of being harmed and blocked the Kong gun from Monkey D. Luffy with not even a scratch to show for it. But her durability is reduced when experiencing a severe amount of mental trauma, such as when she scraped her knee after going insane from someone simply touching a framed picture of Mother Caramel. Took hits from Big Mom, tanked his own borrow breath. Has survived capture and attempted execution by Marines, enemy pirates, and even other Yonkos several times. Fell 10,000 meters and only received a mild headache. Was pummeled by Luffy's strongest Gear 3 and Gear 4 attacks but was left completely unscathed. Supported hits from Kaido and Goldie Roger. Blocked many strikes from Kizaru. He could take attacks from the likes of Whitebeard and similarly powerful characters back in his younger years. Took blows from Akainu, who was his equal in power, for days. Blocked a kick from Marco, and fought with him for an extended period. Logia dispersion also makes him very hard to kill unless circumvented. Took hits from Aokiji for days. Battled against Blackbeard and his crew and came out of the fight with little more than bruises. It took the combined efforts from all 3 admirals to do sufficient enough damage to Whitebeard to weaken him to the point in which Blackbeard could harm him. However, he did not die until after the Blackbeard pirates combined their efforts and attacked him in tandem only after Akainu had already taken part of his head and put a hole in his abdomen. Having already put him in a severely weakened and lethargic state compounded with his declining health. The only person who has been directly compared to Roger is Whitebeard himself. He has had no other notable contender other than Garp and Roxy Zubik.